Salutations, my name is Moni Vireak Meas, and I live in Lowell. I'm just 23 years old and I've ordained to be a novice monk since yesterday morning at 9 o'clock by the head monk of this temple. I've done so because I feel like it's an obligation and also willingly. I did it to repay my parents and grandparents for their giving me life into this world, and I feel like there's so much I can do, but this one thing, if I do it right, it's gonna make them happier than me giving them money or material possession that I can just get anywhere without any simple emotion or reason behind it. But by doing this, it shows them that I truly do care for them. And not only that, it's to keep the tradition that's in my family and that Khmer tradition alive, and I feel great doing it because it's to support our kind, it's to support our religion, to help make us suffice over all the chaos in this world, our perseverance through all these years, how our Khmer people came to be in the United States and the hardship we went through. This is just a simple teaching, and it's not as much and as deep as everyone else, but I've gained a lot of knowledge and I feel a lot of responsibility have been fulfilled just by being here.
Could you please tell us why you chose Triratanaram Temple and the Venerable Khansal Thomathera as your preceptor?
The reason I chose this temple was because I've been here quite often when I was young, and as I grew up, I've always grown up around this area, and I've grown quite likened to this temple, and I respect it very much. They have always been doing the right performance there. As we say it in Khmer, Kamviti, or the ceremony. It's always right, and it's always perfectly performed traditionally. It's just to the right standard, and I feel it's more real.
You were ordained yesterday on the 13th of January 2007 by your preceptor, Venerable Khansal Thomathera, and will get this robe this evening. I know it's a very short period for you, but do you think you could feel the differences between living an ordinary life and a monk's life?
Yes, I could actually notice the difference between a lifestyle. As a normal person, I have very thought that arise everywhere, and an Epicurean lifestyle which depleted most of my fun, and I could still not find any satisfaction to life, as it becomes quite blasé. Everything I do becomes jaded. But as a novice monk, this past experience, I realized that all of those tastes and my craving are just a part of me that I haven't really grown out from. I've learned to accept it, everyday life, and just not have all these thoughts just ruining my mind, and I could live peacefully and finally be satisfied with myself, with my very own existence.
Is this your first time practicing a meditation?
I can't really quite clearly answer that. I might have practice, because as human beings, we do stuff subconsciously that we are not aware of. But I feel like this is my first true time ever meditating. I do have a feeling that I have done it correctly in the correct form. My mind was not wandering as he guided me into a straight line as in the teaching, the middle path. And I did just that as before. I've just meditated in an illusion.
I also noticed that you are not allowed to sleep on the bed. What do you think of that? How did you feel last night? Did you sleep well?
Before, I would feel as if it would have shamed myself, but then that's just wrong. As I became a novice monk, I realized that nothing should matter in title or in, for example, bedding. I used to be in my comfortable bed at home, but as I came here, I thought that it would have been hard. But after the head monk guided me and taught me and made me understand the ways of life, that all these sufferings shouldn't be, because I do not crave it anymore.
Earlier, you told us that the only way to pay back your parents is to become a monk. Where did you learn this, and who advised you to become a novice monk?
I realized that becoming a novice monk, as compared to giving material possession to my parents and grandparents, were becoming greater because I realized that my grandfather, he is going to Cambodia. As if I was to give him material possession, such material possession, just like our lives, shall fade and is not forever. But if I was to become a novice monk and gave him blessing, it could carry him on toward eternity, along with me and the prayers of God. I feel that I realized this on my own, even though there were many signs that have given me the encouragement to do so. One was me living away from my mother. Two was my grandfather was moving to Cambodia along with my grandmother. I might not be able to see them again. And pictures and material possession can only give us such certain memories as we were with them, but memories do not owe us anything. As in prayers, we will always keep them within us, within our heart, and within our mind. I really don't know what's going on in everyday life for everyone, but as the monk have told me, that we do not fully become, just for us guys, we do not fully become a real man unless we are able to give up on our life and to give ourselves to God, even if it's just for today, just like me, or for a certain day you wish, but it is something great. It really does make you feel like you are more responsible. You have finally grown up. You've given yourself away, and you will have yourself back, but you will have a new person. You will become more clear-minded. You will become more respectful, and other people will respect you more also.
One thing that you are going to take with you after getting this robe, what would that be?
After the ceremony of being disrobed, I will not forget anything that was taught here. I will take with me the eightfolds, all the jewels of the teaching. I will try to. It will not demand everything from my life. It will be a guideline, as not compared to a law. All the teachings will just be a guideline for me to live a happier life and to end most of my suffering, as I was taught that suffering and happiness is like obtained by oneself and ended by oneself. We will use that as a guideline to obtain our happiness and to end our suffering. On behalf of me and all my siblings, I would just like to thank my parents for giving us life and for raising us, and my grandparents for furthermore, such as my parents, giving us all life and raising us and caring for us, my aunts and uncle who have always been there, and everyone that's ever been close to me and cared for me as I cared for them. I would like to thank everyone and hope everyone in this world a peaceful and loving life for the rest of their life.